It's actually holding steady. Alright, it looks like we're good. I honestly didn't expect it to be this stable. So, greetings everyone, I am Dr. J, and it's been quite an interesting journey so far. We've ended up picking the most controversial route to start with as far as Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes is concerned. And as a result of that, it's been really interesting to watch unfold. I'm kind of glad I started with this so that I could see more of why people were so upset with this route. And to somewhat get upset a little bit as well, because I'm having a little bit of trouble justifying one of Claude's decisions. But at the same time, I have been quite eager to play it, if only to see how things do change and to see if there is a reasonable answer for why they change. Either way, it's also been a rather silly week overall as well, because my Ethernet outlet on my motherboard decided to go kaput, so I had to shift things around a little bit in the back to make sure everything's fine, but hopefully that's all taken care of, and thus far, just within the first minute of this stream, yep, I'm quite happy with the stability that I'm seeing from the bitrate, so hopefully this time it'll actually stick. Maybe that's the reason for the problems I've been having lately with fluctuating bitrates. All the same, it's good to be back. So, this is going to be not the last stream that we do of Fire Emblem Warriors, but it is going to be the last that we spend with Golden Wildfire. I have a few supports that I need to run through and grab on my own time, and I'm debating as to whether to unlock them and wait to do reactions to them after the fact, or if I want to just record the reactions and post them up separately, or what I want to do. But all the same, there are a few supports that I need to go fetch. I do want to see how the game shifts if I decide to, well, make a certain decision at Chapter 10, so I'll be very curious to see how that plays out. For now, though, what we have on the docket is, first, a bunch of support conversations. Let people stream in. Stream in. Yeah, I'm clever. So, we've got a few support conversations. All of them should be unlocked, save for the three that are, save for the three in the support chain that are bards, so with any luck, we'll have a grand old time. So, let's get to it. You've got a lot to get through before the final battle.
Claude, there's something I need to discuss with you.
Sure, but keep it short. I know I don't look it, but I'm actually pretty busy here.
Are you making light of how I usually respond to your requests?
Hey, don't be like that. It's just a joke. We can talk for hours if you want. I've got all the time in the world.
There's no need. I'm simply passing on a message from my father.
Count Ordelia, huh? Go ahead, I'm all ears. I guess it's no surprise he has a word or two to say to the king. I mean, first the Imperial invasion, now all this unrest sweeping across the land. None of this would have happened if I just kept a closer eye on those who slither in the dark.
Hold on. I think you have the wrong idea. My father doesn't want to complain to you. He'd actually like to thank you for bringing the fight with the kingdom to an end, and for rushing to quell the chaos in our territories. He also said he's willing to offer his full cooperation with any of your Majesty's policy proposals. All you need to do is say the word.
Not entirely unexpected given the circumstances. Let's see how Claude responds.
I appreciate that. His broad-mindedness has always proven a great help.
Then consider my message delivered. But please, don't put more of a burden on him than necessary. Anxiety has tormented his mind for years now, and he's recently started finding his body less and less willing to cooperate with his brain.
So I've heard. Don't worry, I won't ask any more of him than what's absolutely essential.
Thanks, Claude. I'll do the work of 100 others in my father's place.
Hey, slow down there. You already do too much as it is. Piling more on top of that is just gonna crush you.
And yet, I need to do it all the same. I can't let myself fall behind the other Lester nobles. Most importantly, I need to put an end to this war, so I can start thinking about how to bring peace and stability back to House Ordelia's territory.
I get where you're coming from, but everyone needs a break now and then. Your body's probably screaming at you to get some rest.
I'm all right. While it's true my lifespan is slated to be short, it's not like I'm gonna just drop dead out of the blue.
That doesn't mean you still don't need rest, come on!
I'm just as healthy as I've ever been, I assure you.
You look fine enough, sure. But there's something lingering beneath the surface weighing you down, isn't there? something the rest of us can't see. Your body's bound to give out if you keep pushing your limits without taking some time to recuperate.
But
Listen, Lysithea, I want this war to end just as fast as you do. And once it does, I'm going to settle the score with those who slither in the dark. In other words, it's in your best interest to stick with me. So consider this an order from your king. Stop fighting like you don't have a tomorrow to live for. I mean, I'm still going to need plenty of help once the war is over. I can't have you kicking the bucket before the real fun starts, okay?
understood. If it's an order from His Majesty himself, I guess I don't have much of a choice.
Well, technically you do. I doubt Claude would actually stop you, but...
Now, if you'll excuse me, I know I don't look it, but I'm actually pretty busy here.
Okay, you're... okay, cute.
Does she really understand, though? At any rate, I'd better put this war to bed as soon as possible.
No pressure. And looks like everybody is filtered in for chat. Hello, boys. Let's see. Just started with Xenoblade 3? Alright, looking forward to seeing how that turns out. Also, hey, Dwan. Oh, did you change your name again, no name? Ah, well. Don't let me stop you from doing it, I'm just surprised is all.
Hey there, Ignatz. What are you up to?
Oh, Claude. I was just admiring the scenery. I come here sometimes to bask in the embrace of unfettered natural beauty. Stunning, isn't it? I find being in the environment like this to be quite calming.
You can say that again. My favorite napping spot's always been right under a nice, shady tree.
That does sound comfortable.
What's the pause for?
Ignatz, you always wanted to be a painter, right?
Huh? Well, yes, but how did you know that?
You're not exactly discreet.
Oh, easy. I've got you all figured out, my friend. All your secrets, your worries, everything. Kidding, of course.
Right.
Really, it wasn't too hard to piece together. I heard you haven't always wanted to be a knight, and seeing you take in the world the way you do, there was only one possibility. You dreamed of being a painter, but gave it up before you could ever make it a reality.
My father wished that I become a knight, yes. But the decision to actually do so was mine alone. That's enough of that, though. What demands our attention most in this moment is the instability both in and outside of Leicester's borders. As a knight, I must do whatever I can to help alleviate the situation.
You're right. The whole alliance was in complete chaos when Shahid attacked. But that's exactly why I founded the Federation, so we could overcome whatever strife came our way.
I really wish there was more I could do to help.
In that case, how about we send you on a reconnaissance mission?
What?
Wait, where are you going with this? Is this just a ploy to get him to see more scenery? Are you just trying to inspire him in that direction? Please do.
It's simple. You go to all sorts of different places, maybe scout out a few towns, and take note of everything you see and hear while you're there. Sounds like the perfect job for you, doesn't it?
Are you sure I'm the right person for it?
Of course I'm sure. I want you to travel the world, Ignatz. See the wonders it has to offer with your own two eyes.
Oh, don't turn it down.
You know, I thought my dream of becoming a painter was nothing more than dust in the wind. That giving up was my only path forward in life. But you've shown me that isn't how it has to be. Once this war is over, I'll do whatever it takes to make it a reality again.
As you should. What kind of dream would it be if you just abandoned ship the moment one little thing knocked you off course?
Thank you, Claude. Once I'm a full-fledged painter, I'll be sure to do a wonderful portrait of you. I promise.
Sounds good to me. Oh, and make sure it's extra grand so that it'll survive for centuries to come.
Of course, that's what you latch onto.
Yes, of course.
Alright, fair enough. Now, how's this one gonna play out?
What should I do?
Something wrong, Marianne? What's up? You know, I make a great stand-in for the goddess if you're looking for someone to talk to.
Dude.
Oh,
First of all, your name's not Violet. Second of all, dude!
Sorry, I wasn't really planning on eavesdropping. I was just passing by and couldn't help but overhear.
no, I'm the one who should apologize.
Don't worry about it. So, you want to tell me what's going on?
No, but she's going to anyway.
Is that a letter you've got there?
Oh, yes. From my adoptive father. It's quite unusual for him to send me anything.
You don't seem too happy about it. Mind if I take a look? If that's not too weird, I mean.
Sure. Here.
Alright, let's see what we have here. I see. Now that the nobles of Leicester have moved forward with their show of unity, I believe it time for House Edmund to make its intentions clear as well.
You don't like where this is going, do you?
I think I get how your father feels. Both Duke Goneril and Count Gloucester have passed their titles down to their heirs. If I had to guess, I'd say he wants to do the same with you.
But the thought of me leading House Edmund is simply too much to bear. I don't know if I'll ever become the ruler he wants me to be.
Not knowing what the future holds can be pretty nerve-wracking, I'll give you that. I remember going through the exact same song and dance myself.
Huh? You mean even someone like you can be crippled by worry?
Yep, I'm human too, you know. Oh, but there was this one little thing I found that made all my troubles disappear into thin air. Just poof, gone.
What is that?
One little thing?
And I think you have it too, Marianne.
I do? But what is it?
It's called resolve. And I get the feeling you've lost sight of yours.
What do you mean?
I know all about the power your crest holds. There's no need to hide it. The only thing you need now is the willpower to back that up. So if you want help finding it, I'd be glad to lend a hand.
I see. Thank you, Claude. I think I've already found it because of you.
Alrighty, relatively straightforward then. Alright, so that's everything from Claude. Alrighty, let's keep going down the line. Quite a few to wrap up with this one. Let's start on it. Huh?
Huh? When did I fall asleep?
Good question.
Hey, where did my glasses go?
Another good question.
Oh gosh, where did I put them?
Who's that guy?
Wait, really?
Hey there. Did you need something, sir?
Huh? Is that you, Hilda?
You sound like... Wait. Ignatz? Is that you?
You're really getting thrown off just because he doesn't have his glasses on. Seriously? He doesn't look that much different.
Yes, but why didn't you... Oh, right, the glasses.
It doesn't make that much of a difference, come on.
I totally couldn't recognize you without them. So what happened to your specs?
Well, I fell asleep on that chair over there a little while ago, and when I woke up, they were gone. I must have set them down before I napped, but I can't remember where I put them.
You must have been really tired to do that. Want some help looking for them?
Yes, thank you.
They must be around here somewhere. I'm sure the two of us will find them in no time. So what's the world look like without your glasses, Ignatz?
Well, everything's blurry, for starters. And even if someone I know is standing right next to me, I can barely see their face. Sometimes I just think they're a lamp or something like that.
Yikes, that's worse than I thought. We'd better find them before you stumble into a moat or something.
You know what? That's actually not outside the realm of possibility, so yes, do it.
Do you really not remember where you put them?
No, sorry. I guess I was too tired and took them off without thinking about it.
Aha! Here they are. They must have fallen through the gap there.
Thank you so much, Hilda.
You're very welcome. I'm just glad we found them. You look like a totally different person without those things, you know?
I do?
Yeah, even once I recognized your voice, it still took my brain a little bit to catch up. It was weird, you know? I felt like I was alone in the room with some mysterious stranger.
Oh dear, do you have to frame it that way?
Sorry about that.
Still, he doesn't look half bad without them.
I mean, I think your glasses suit you, Ignatz. So make sure not to lose them again, okay?
Why? You know what? No comment.
I'll try to be more careful.
No freaking comments. Why are you like this, Hilda? Oh man, what's chat up to? Let's see. I'd like to return to spell jamming in Realm Space, so the Forgotten Realms stuff. Mentioned in the previous stream because there's a lot of other interesting things worth talking about, but I want to be sure you're okay with it, as it doesn't have much to do with the current stream. Let's get through the support conversations and then we can discuss it while I... Excuse me. Yeah, that was weird. So, let's get through the support conversations and then we can take a bit of a pause to discuss it. Alrighty. What else you got to say? Of course, Ignatz is the sexy twink without his glasses. Oh god. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that. Moving on!
Marianne? Ah, Marianne! There you are. I thought you'd be in the chapel.
I went to pray earlier than usual today.
You're really committed to this whole praying every single day thing, aren't you?
Oh no, it's nothing so grand. And besides, praying to the goddess daily on behalf of my friends is really all I'm good for.
Okay, stop. Seriously? You're amazing, Marianne. There's a ton of stuff you do that no one else could possibly handle.
I suppose so.
Yeah? Well, I know so.
Hilda? Why are you always so nice to me?
Wait, is that really a question you want answered?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have so many other close friends, yet you always seem to go out of your way to show me kindness and decency. You even took responsibility when Judith was about to berate me during our armor sorting escapade.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I guess I did, huh? I totally forgot about that.
Yes, and I have wondered ever since why you did such a thing.
It's no big deal. I guess I just wanted to be nice. Seriously, Marianne, you're the best, and having you around makes my life a lot easier.
Wait, where are you going with this?
So, just consider it my way of saying thanks for all the times you helped me out.
I've helped you?
Absolutely! You're my emotional support. You're always around when I need a shoulder to cry on or somebody to listen when I get all mad. You always know the exact right thing to say, and then you smile at the end of it and it's like, I don't know, it makes me all warm inside. You do all that little stuff without even thinking of it, and it really keeps me going.
I never thought of it like that. I had no idea you found me helpful. If anything, I thought you considered me a burden. Thank you, Hilda. Your words, they mean a lot to me, and I will do my best to support you in all the days yet to come.
Alright, get it out of your system, you two.
There's that smile. You never fail to brighten my day, Marianne.
Alright, you two good now? Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be a fun one.
Yes, that should do quite nicely. And how are you faring, Hilda?
Already over here. I couldn't make any fancy dishes, but since we're just throwing this thing together in our spare time, folks will just have to deal with it.
Exactly. The quality of the food isn't the point of a feast like this. It's about sharing a celebration over our recent victory.
You had quite the showing out there in the battle, my lord. There is no one in the entirety of Fodlan that can hope to best you.
I wholeheartedly agree. It would be my great honor to have even a modicum of your skill one day.
But my power alone did not win the day, friends. This victory belongs to us all.
Host really is incredible. I mean, despite what he says, he basically won the last battle all by himself, which makes him the man of the hour, again.
Where are you going with this?
He's earnest, hardworking, and full of talent. the opposite of me in every way.
Oh, that's why that's why the tone of voice took a nosedive. Okay.
Now, let's get started. Today, we feast in honor of a person who was instrumental in our victory. My sister, Hilda Valentine Goneril.
My lady, I thank you on behalf of all my soldiers. We'd not be here now if it weren't for your quick thinking and deft action.
There are no words to express all that you and your brother have done for us. Huzzah!
Okay, what's going on? I thought you were the guest of honor at this little get-together, Holst?
Whatever do you mean? This feast is all about celebrating your actions in our last battle.
But I didn't do anything. I just ran to the front line, hacked a few guys, and then pulled back.
At which point you saw an enemy giving chase and laid him low, yes? Are you aware that person was the enemy commander? The moment you dispatched him, his forces crumbled. We then pressed the attack and enjoyed swift victory as a result.
Of course.
Really? He didn't seem very impressive.
Oh no, this is where we're going with this. Okay, cool.
I mean, the guy went down in one hit. How tough could he have been?
Were you wielding Fragugel? That is a hero's relic, you know.
It sounds like you still don't know just how strong you are.
Your brother aside, there is no one in House Goneril who could stand against you, my lady.
Hear, hear! We all rely on you and will continue to do so into the future.
No pressure.
Not gonna lie, it was great having everybody shower me with compliments. But I still want to know why you threw a feast for me in the first place.
Because he's Holst.
You could have just patted me on the back and told me good job, and I would have been happy.
You're always putting me on a pedestal, Hilda, but you never appreciate your own accomplishments. I want you to be prouder of yourself. I want your degree of pride to match your level of strength. Also, I want everyone to know how great you are.
There's the angle.
That's why we had the feast. A shame it was so small, but the next one will be a true banquet.
And who's going to put that together, considering I basically did all the prep for this one?
We could get Balthus to help. Maybe pay him a little bit for his trouble.
Well, if I can get the ingredients together, I'll treat you to my specialty next time.
It's just gonna be a bunch of mushrooms, though. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing.
Isn't your specialty made from whatever you find lying by the side of the...
Look forward to it, dear sister.
Oh my gosh. Perfect. Yep, that's pretty much what I'd expect. Oh hey Delta Ray, how you doing? Alrighty, that's most of them down. Next on the chopping block.
Yeah, something's still not quite right here. Maybe the chest decoration is a little lonely? There's no way this accessory is good enough to sell in its current state.
Something wrong, Hildy?
Hey, Dorothea. Yeah, I'm actually trying to make a necklace, but it's not going well. I just can't shake that feeling it's... I don't know, missing a little something, I guess. Anyway, I was just mulling over what I should do about it.
Oh, so this is one of your handmade accessories. I've wanted to see one for so long. Might I offer an opinion?
Oh, absolutely! Give me the brutal truth. I can handle it.
This is fine workmanship. Much more elaborate than the goods you can buy off a common tinker.
Wait, were you... I was half expecting a put-down of some kind or a criticism, but unless you're gonna say it lacks direction or something like that.
Ah, the chain is patterned after a vine. Yes, I see. Forgive an amateurish opinion, but what if you were to add some leaves under this floral decoration? If there were a pattern that bridged the flower and the vines, that might lend it the special something you feel like you're missing.
You know what? That just might do it. Yeah! I think you're really onto something there, Dorothea. Thanks a million. I'll give it a shot.
I'm glad I could help.
Oh, but now I'm going to come to you whenever I'm in a pickle about how to fix an accessory, you know?
No pressure.
I would be delighted. Say, do you have any interest in actually selling the items you make?
Huh? Wait, you think I could sell them?
As I said earlier, you rarely see goods of this quality. They could, for example, be used by an opera troupe.
Oh, that's the spin.
Like the Middle Franc Opera Company?
There's the spin.
Exactly. Stage costumes use all manner of accessories and ornamentations, you know. And once they're seen in such a setting, nobles from near and far will be clamoring to buy them.
Oh, okay, so it's a mutually beneficial arrangement. Well, I have seen the conversation between Dorothea and Yuri back in Three Houses, so this makes sense.
Dorothea, I love you. I'm so happy I could scream. Actually, maybe we could keep the spirit of our newfound cooperation going. See, someday I actually want to open a school for craftspeople who make accessories like mine. And since you used to work at the opera company, maybe you could help me with the whole businessy side of things. I mean, opera people are pretty good with accessories and stuff, right? So, what do you think?
That's wonderful, Hildy. Oh, what ideas you think of. There are few jobs retired opera members can get, which was always a source of worry for the company. So let's definitely return to this conversation in the near future, all right?
Oh, I am so glad I met you, Dorothea.
Where was that in Three Houses? Ah, well, I feel like I'm saying this a little too much. Where was this in Three Houses? So many questions like that. All the same, we carry on. Wait, Lawrence only has one conversation to see to? And again, I guess with the main students, he doesn't have too much to say. I'd already dealt with the Ashen Wolves, so I guess that makes sense. Carrying on.
Ah, the simple joys of a refreshing morning's exercise.
Oh, hey, Lawrence. Kinda early for you, isn't it? What are you doing here?
In truth, I was waiting for you, Leonie. I merely decided to fit in a spot of training in the meanwhile.
For me?
There's something I was hoping to speak to you about. Do you recall our last conversation here?
Oh, wait, was it a matter of just comparing strength?
You said, the day may come that more commoners begin to make their own choices, begin to live without relying on the nobility.
Sure, I remember. What about it?
Well, your words were quite shocking to me. I've spent no small amount of time turning them over in my mind since. If you speak true, I wonder how I, as a noble, should proceed.
Huh. And? You reach any grand conclusions?
Well, it is an ironclad rule of the nobility that the commoners living on our land fall under our protection. And yet, some still slip through our fingers. That is simply the state of things in today's world. In a way, you are one of them, though you did choose this path of your own accord.
Hold on. Did you really have to put it like that? I didn't slip through anyone's fingers. I jumped out all on my own.
Well, yes, I suppose you did. My apologies. In truth, I find it exceedingly difficult to stand in the shoes of the everyman while also pushing matters forward as a noble. But if I'm unable to do exactly that, I have no hope of preserving the stability of my territory. As such, I am looking to bring an exceptional commoner into the ranks at House Gloucester to act as my advisor.
That's a surprise. I thought there was supposed to be some huge boundary between nobles and their people.
I assure you, such a boundary still exists. But I've come to realize something of late. As we proceed into the uncertain future, more and more common folk will begin to break free of their defined roles. Such an era will be upon us before long. Your actions are proof enough of that.
Oh, so you're trying to make sure that you've got your ear to the ground by having someone, well, who was raised in a different lifestyle. Okay, makes sense. Pretty much expected based on what I know from Three Houses, so yeah, good stuff.
Whoa, slow down there. I don't think I'm some kind of great trailblazer or anything.
I've simply interpreted the meaning behind your words. I thank you for leading me to this realization.
Yeah, still not seeing it. I don't need your thanks.
Leonie, I had this idea with your story in mind. As for the commoner I would invite to House Gloucester, the proposal I mentioned earlier, how would you like to fill that role?
I appreciate the invite, really. And I know it's supposed to be this huge honor, but there's other things I want to do in life. My dream is to become a mercenary just like the captain, and I'm already on the road to making that happen. I can't abandon that. I won't.
Very well. I suppose I would not want to stand in the way of your dreams. In that case, I pray you succeed in your endeavors. But I'll be here should you ever change your mind.
Good to know I have a backup. Thanks, Lawrence.
Well, things end up like they do. Well, if you recruit Felix. Oh, that ending to that support chain was weird. Oh, man. Alright. Slowly but surely making a dent in these. Alright, let's chat up too. Ah, talking more about realm space. Alright, let's see what you gotta say. May as well just take it. Oh wow, been here for half an hour. Probably good to break it up a little. Let's see, as I mentioned, there exist entire ports of Spelljammers, but not only on Toriel. There exist gnomish ports on asteroids drifting around planets. Okay, so this is more a matter of... So if you're looking at the Forgotten Realms setting, you're only looking at... Well, you're looking far beyond Faerun, then. One of the planet gardens is actually a giant tree in space whose roots drilled into massive meteorites, creating a planet that way. Huh. How did that form? Let's see, a literal flat Earth. Let's see, there's also a literal flat Earth mostly made out of ocean, and with a giant 1,000-mile tall mountain, the peak in the middle of it. It's natively inhabited by beholders who, purely for pragmatic purposes, let outsiders come to their world and trade with them. Huh, a place that's purely inhabited by beholders? I'd be surprised that that civilization is still intact, though, given the nature of beholders, tend to be very self-interested. Although, I suppose given their psionic abilities, it would be pretty easy to keep, well, to convince people to trade with you and offer other services. Either way. Oh geez, there's a lot in this one. We're gonna be here a while. Alright, next round.
Delicious as always. Alright, now that the old stomach's full, it's time to put my muscles to work.
Raphael, do you have a minute?
Does he?
Oh, hey Ignatz! I've got hours for you. What do you need?
Well, how would you feel about joining me? As a knight, I mean.
Me? Be a knight with you?
Yes. That's why you joined the academy, right? But all the roadblocks in your way have made you almost a mercenary at this point. As you know, I've been working as a knight under House Gloucester for a while now. And it seems I'm going to be rewarded rather well when this war is over, for all my achievements in helping the effort. I might even be able to use that newfound sway to recommend you for a position of your own, Raphael. Well, what do you think? It seems like a good plan to me.
I don't know if he'd actually go for it, though, given that he's got familiar responsibilities.
Is that really what you want, Ignatz?
Huh? What do you mean?
Don't pretend like you don't know.
Oh, that's why he's got the angry face. Oh, he knows exactly what's going on.
We're friends, remember? I can tell in a flash when you're not being honest with me.
Well, I couldn't possibly spend all that reward money on my own, so...
That's not what I'm talking about. You're not happy staying as a knight, and you know it.
You really do see straight through me, Raphael. Honestly, I've wanted to make amends with you this whole time. Your parents died in my parents' stead, after all. I thought the least I could do was help you become a knight. Like you always wanted.
Thanks, Ignatz. It makes me real happy to hear you say that. But you don't need to make anything up to me. And you definitely shouldn't be basing your life decisions on it. You got where you are with your own strength, right? You should be using that for what you want, not what you think anyone else does.
Raphael.
And you know, I'm totally okay not being a knight. Once this war is finally over, and we're at peace again, I'm gonna take over the inn. So don't worry about me, okay? Follow your own dreams, Ignatz.
I'm really no match for you, Raphael. But I'm proud to call you a friend. From the bottom of my heart.
Alright. That's rather touching. Good call. Alright, this ought to be an interesting conversation.
Hey there, Marianne. What's up?
I can't get this poor thing to return to the stable.
Is it a horse?
When I asked what was wrong, she said her stomach is in such terrible pain that she can't even take a step.
Yeah, that sounds like a real pickle.
If we could get her back to the stable, I could examine her and provide medication, but...
Step aside, Marianne. It's Raphael's time to shine. I'll get your horsey back to the stable in no time.
Wait, what?
Yes, but, How exactly?
You're not actually gonna lift it, right? You'd need Dimitri's strength for that, not yours.
Easy. I'll get her onto that cart over there and push her back home.
But I highly doubt she'll be willing to get into the cart given her current state.
Ah, it's fine. Just leave it to me.
Good horsey. Good horsey. Just like that. See? It's not such a bad cart. And here we go.
And it's gonna kick you in the face. Why are you loading?
Thank you very much, Raphael. I gave her medicine, so she should feel much better soon. It seems she wants to thank you as well.
Oh, you don't need to be thanking me, horsey. I'm just glad you're feeling better.
I hope this isn't rude, but I still can't believe you were able to lift a horse with your bare hands.
How? Okay, how much does an average horse weigh? I need to know this. I refuse to believe that that's actually possible. Yeah, you're not lifting that, Raphael. No, you're not lifting that.
Your little horsey there was just the right size to wake up my sleepy muscles.
A pony I could believe, not a horse.
So, what was wrong with her tummy anyway?
I fear she made a snack of some rotten fruit.
Oof, that's rough.
She's always been a bit of a glutton, I'm afraid. Still, I'm surprised she went so far as to eat something she found by the side of the road.
Oh, so she's basically a twin spirit with Holst.
Ah, she was just hungry and eating what was around. Trust me, I know the feeling. I've eaten a lot of weird stuff before.
Like what?
I don't know. Old hard stuff, fuzzy green stuff. Think I ate some long wriggly stuff once.
What?
Goodness me. And you weren't sick even after eating all of those bizarre things?
Nope. Oh, before the record, I only eat weird stuff when I'm really hungry.
I wish this poor horse had a stomach like yours.
Hey, if you want a strong stomach, all you gotta do is whip those gut muscles into shape.
That's not how, no, that's not how that works. Children, don't take advice from Raphael.
First you do 1,000 crunches, give or take. Then you wolf down as much meat as you can handle. Do that, and you'll have an iron stomach in no time.
Why?
Give it a few days, and you won't even notice when you eat the weird stuff.
I'm sorry, but I really don't think that's a proper training regimen for a horse.
Oh, that's right. Horses don't eat meat.
But I'm sure she still very much appreciates your desire to help Raphael.
Oh, what'd she say now?
Yes, I see. Apparently she's feeling much better and wants to go for a run in a large open field.
That was quick.
See? She does want to work out.
Really?
Come on, Marianne. The three of us are going running. 50 wind sprints around the field. Let's go!
Ah, jeez.
Wait, I have to run wind sprints?
What does that even mean? You know what? I don't want to know what that means. I'm moving on. I'll pay attention to chat later.
Late again. I just get so caught up in my studies.
Oh, wait a minute. The strange noise. Oh, now I'm remembering the first conversation. This is gonna be silly. It's just a wolf.
There it is again! No, it must be Raphael today. It has to be. I checked that he'd be training and everything. He even specifically said he'd be doing it after dinner, so...
Unless it's a cat.
That doesn't make it any less scary, though.
You know magic. Just blast anything you see. Wait, actually, that's a female voice, isn't it?
I guess he can't help but yell while he trains. But I really wish he'd figure out how not to.
Hey, what's with the creepy voice?
I could ask you the same thing. Do you have to be so loud and booming all the time? The least you could do is keep it down a bit.
Oh no, she's figuring it out.
Raphael! What are you doing here?
What do you mean? I'm on my way back from my training session.
But you heard that weird noise too, right? I tried listening real close to see where it was coming from, but no luck.
Wait. You mean to tell me you're not the one who was making it?
Oh no, here we go.
And here I'd convinced myself it was you training.
Hey now! My muscles scream during a good workout, but it's nothing horrible like that.
I'm sorry, Raphael. Wait, that's not the point. If it wasn't you, then maybe there really is a ghost.
It's probably just a feral cat or something. Calm your butt.
There!
Oh no, it's here.
Oh, just throw dark spikes at it. You'll be fine.
Yep, I think it's coming from inside the storage.
I don't care where it's coming from. Just go on and check it out already, Raphael.
Well, okay. But are you sure you want me going alone? I'd be leaving you here all by yourself.
Yeah, I don't want that. I'll stay hidden behind you.
This is the place. Come on, Lysithea. We're going in.
Why'd you turn off the music? I knew it!
Wait, it's a puppy?
Oh, hey there, little guy. You hungry again?
Wait, again? Oh no. Have you been feeding it?
You're a big eater, just like me. The minute you finish one meal, it's straight on to seconds.
Yeah, I know a cat like that. Yes, I'm talking about you. And he's napping without a care in the world. My cat's adorable, though.
Raphael, do you know this dog?
Oh, yeah, he's my eating buddy. Little guy can chomp down 10 times his body weight in food.
Wow, and he stayed so small. Oh, wait just a minute. Shouldn't you have realized it was him earlier? I got all spooked for nothing.
Oh, you're just gonna end it there? No, I wanted to see more of that conversation. No! That was actually funny. No, go back to that. Oh boy. Alright, what has Chap been up to? More of talking about... What did you call it? Realm space? Let's see. Oh yeah, and speaking on the gods, realm space is also inhabited by Atropos, an undead world who is a stillborn god born at the dawn of creation. Wait. And so a world that's also a god? How's that work? Still inhabited by countless undead, and in his presence causes even sapient unwilling creatures like vampires or liches to go completely insane and bestial. Wait, even liches? Wow. It's also orbited by hives of Atropals, lesser failed godlings. One of the Atropals was transported into Chuld by a lich. Let's see, Akarak and let's see, by a lich named Akarak. Wait, Asarak? And a cabal of night hags to be nourished into true godhood. Oh boy. Which would turn Toriel into a world of undead, but was thankfully stopped by adventurers, i.e. the random drunk hobos with unnerving combat abilities. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, irrelevant comments. Raphael, you beautiful idiot. You had the secret weapon the whole time and didn't tell us. Yes, clearly that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw the puppy at the war. We'll devour everything in sight. Perfect plan. I see no problem with this.
Got any arrows left, Raphael?
This is my last one.
There are so many wolves. I can't believe we've run out of arrows.
Guess all your archery skill doesn't mean much if you don't have arrows, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. At this point, we just have to take what...
Hang on, Leone. I got this.
He's Raphael. He'll just brute force his way through.
You've been helping me with archery, so now it's time for me to break out my specialty.
Raphael, that was amazing! You saved us!
It's all because you reinforced this bow for me.
Yeah, but I had no idea that's how you were planning to use it.
Oh, you just went and started swinging. Instead of shooting arrows, you started throwing bows.
I mean, you just grabbed it by the end and started thrusting it like a spear. No wonder those wolves ran off. You probably scared them all to death.
I'm just impressed this thing held up to all that punishment. Your enhancement saved the day, Leone. Still, the fact that I couldn't break it means I'll have to work out even harder till I can. Wait, no. That's a bad idea. And yet, my muscles are crying for some good breakage. I don't know, Leone. What do you think?
I mean, if you could put in the force, then that arrow's gonna shatter once it hits somebody, and it's gonna really hurt, so keep going at it.
Hey, your muscles saved our hides, so if you want to smash that bow to splinters, knock yourself out. Still, I reinforced that thing pretty well, so you'll need to come at it with everything you've got. And if you do manage to snap it, I'll keep making new ones until I finally perfect a Raphael-proof bow.
Now that's an idea I can get behind. I'll do what I'm good at, building muscles, and you do what you're good at, building bows. That way, we can combine our powers to be the toughest fighting duo in all of Fodlan.
You may be right. I mean, I'm not sure if we'll be quite the force of nature you seem to think we'll be, but it'll definitely put our strong suits to good use.
I want to see Raphael just yell rules of nature before charging into battle with his katana. I want that now. Yes, Raphael, split it wide open. Oh, I want to see that now. I want to see that edit. Someone do it. I need to finish learning how to draw and get good at it so I can make the edit.
Say, do you remember what I said when I first helped you reinforce that bow? I told you you'd help me with your specialty one day, just like I was helping you with mine. And guess what? That's exactly what happened today. I think this is the start of great things for us.
I can't wait to see where we go from here.
I'll be counting on you, big guy.
Alright, nice way to close that one out. Next on the chopping block, looks like we managed to hit everything from Lysithia through and all that as well. Alright.
There you are, Iggy.
What is it, Happy?
Here, for you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's hilarious. Someone had a really fun time drawing that, didn't they?
Did you draw this?
I sure did. What do you think?
It's really good. Even better than I'd expect.
Really?
Yes. I feel the raw energy coming from each of your powerful pen strokes.
I can't tell if you're just trying to be nice or trolling.
Happy to hear it. So, what can I do to make it better?
Let's see. Well, I suppose it might be nice to add a little greenery to the background. The subject is very well drawn, so you can fill the background with color and it will still stand out.
Greenery? Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, and maybe you could add some flowers? With a few more details, you can expand your world and really bring out the majesty and mystery of nature.
I don't think her interest is in nature right now.
But I don't really need any of that stuff, do I? I mean, that's not the vibe I'm going for.
Oh, sorry. Yes, prioritizing the impression of the subject as it is now is equally important. Your deer was just so well drawn that I...
Oh no.
Well, I guess I ended up...
You thought it was a deer?
I personally like.
Wait, you said deer.
Oh no, oh no.
The deer right there. The one that's pretty much the entire subject of the drawing.
Oh no.
I didn't draw a deer.
Oh no.
Then what's the brown thing?
So that's what it looks like, huh? It was supposed to be a guy. Guess I'm bad at this.
That's not true at all. I mean...
Now you're figuring it out?
Look, you drew me before, so I guess it inspired me to try my hand at it. But it looks like I'm no good, so it's probably time to hang up my paintbrush.
No, wait! I can teach you. You can't give up on art just because I didn't understand your work.
Well, if you say so, I guess I'll keep going.
Okay. So, who is this a picture of?
You.
It's you, Iggy.
Huh? Sorry, did you say me?
How did I figure this out immediately? I mean, you look at the small... What is it? The small circles around the eyes? Come on, it was obviously you.
Wait, so what are these horns?
Those are your glasses, obviously.
That's what those are? Oh, I did it again. I'm so sorry.
Stop apologizing, it's too funny. Wait, that's where you're ending it? No, keep going, I want to... No, I want to see more. No, give me more. Ah. Why do you always end when it's getting good? Oh, well. This game is silly. She's thirsty for that nerd. Should I tell her? Should I tell him? To be fair, the best support chain that came out of Three Houses was between her and Dash. So, that's not untrue. I'm just gonna move on.
can't believe I didn't catch anything. Guess it's just that kind of day.
Oh, hello, Leonie.
Hey, Marianne. Where are you off to?
Nowhere. I mean, I'm just on my way back from the stables. And you?
Coming back from the world's lousiest hunting trip? I didn't even find a single track. And it's the first time I'd been hunting in a while, too. Talk about a waste of time.
Had Raphael gone charging through with Petra or something beforehand?
Oh, that's too bad. But what is that you're holding?
Oh, this? Just some weeds. Felt bad coming back completely empty-handed.
Wait, Dimitri's not in your party. Why are you here? It's not like you've got anyone to hand those to.
I figured I could use some to fill up my meal, so I went and gathered them. Also grabbed some medicinal herbs while I was at it.
Is that yellow flower edible too?
No, not at all. It's not poisonous, but it's really bitter. It's one of my favorite flowers, though. They're so pretty, don't you think? I saw some blooming and just had to pick one.
Yes, it's beautiful. All those tiny blossoms blooming from it. It seems almost heroic. Merely looking at it gives me the strength to continue living for another day, no matter what obstacles may come.
Okay, that's really stilted. I mean, that's sort of Marianne since she doesn't know as much about socializing, but, huh?
Can't say I've ever given it quite that much thought. Tell you what, why don't you take it?
Are you sure? After you went and picked it.
Hey, it's just a flower. It's yours.
Thank you. No, I'll feel bad keeping this lovely flower all to myself. Maybe I can put it in a bouquet and place it in the mess hall for everyone to enjoy.
You're always so thoughtful, Marianne.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
It's something, all right. But speaking of flowers, are there any you want me to keep an eye out for? I can pick whatever you like next time I go hunting.
Well, perhaps some mountain gooseberry?
The little green berries, right? Oh man, I love those. You can boil them up into jam, but I usually just eat the suckers by the handful wherever I find them.
Yes, I was thinking they'd be perfect to feed the birds.
Wait, I don't think that's what Leonie had in mind, but okay.
Wait, you're giving them to birds?
I'll eat them too, together with the birds. But there's something you have to watch out for.
Oh, what are we doing now?
You mean the thorns, right? You're pretty knowledgeable about those little guys. Have you picked them before yourself?
No, but the birds told me all about them.
Wait, huh?
The birds told you. Marianne, you actually made a joke. I love it.
That facial expression says it's not a joke. I mean... Does the Crest of the Beast give you the ability to actually speak with animals, or... Because this is more explicit than... It's actually been very explicit here, because there were hints that she might be able to speak to animals, or at least understand them on a more fundamental level, but this is being a lot more explicit.
No, it's not... well... I'm glad it made you happy.
I have questions about your power level. I have questions about a lot of things, to be fair, but shh. Alright, what's chat up to? Oh, some reference to what was mentioned about the, what is it? Realm space. Let's see. So I'm assuming you were answering my question about Atropos? Let's see. So the world in case of Atropos is more of a metaphor. He's simply huge and kind of looks like a normal world if you're far enough. So more like it. So I guess... Alright. I think I understand. Let's see. The only weird thing being how well you can see it despite its distance. And of course, it's a god-flesh corpse inhabited by undead, as previously mentioned, so... Yeah, that's one way to stand out, I guess. Okay. I'm very curious to see how this one plays out.
There you are, Marianne. I've been searching the entire base for you.
Yuri, is something wrong?
Why do you sound out of breath, Yuri?
This is what's wrong. Where do you think you're going at this hour? You know, I've been worried this whole time that you might actually leave like you said you would.
Oh no, I'm just walking my horse. I have him tied to the tree over there.
I just can't believe you'd ever think of... Wait, what? You're walking a horse?
But why? You're surprised by that?
We got a late start, but I always take him out on certain days.
Why are you surprised by this? Say something.
Right then. It seems I worried for nothing.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
No, it's not.
There's no need to apologize. I'm just glad my worries turned out to be unfounded.
But why are you so worried about me?
What, you don't remember how the last conversation ended?
Actually, let me ask you a question. Could you turn a blind eye to a friend who says she'll be gone soon, and then can't be found anywhere?
The fact is, I have no worth to anyone here, so...
Interject now.
Okay, knock that off. You've got plenty of worth. For one, there are things you can do that even I can't. In fact, this seems like a perfect chance to show you exactly why I was glaring at you that one day.
Huh?
Yuri, is something wrong with Dorte?
So, your name's Dorte, hmm? That's a lovely coat you have there. I see someone has groomed you to...
Oh. Oh, you're allergic to horses.
Are you alright?
Oh. Glaring at the horses.
Are you better now? What happened?
Isn't it obvious? That sort of thing always happens whenever I get too close to horses or cats.
Oh, that's tragic. Cats too.
And when the sneeze approaches, my eyes narrow reflexively. That's probably why it looked like I was glaring at you. Luckily, it's mostly just sniffles, so I don't go out of my way to tell people about it. Still, I probably should have told you from the start. Apologies for giving you the wrong idea, Marianne.
If you apologize, Marianne, I swear to the goddess, or whatever exists in this game.
No, it's alright. It's really my fault for jumping to conclusions.
Okay, at least there's a qualifier in there. I can live with that.
And I'm sorry you had to pet my horse.
Damn it.
The next time you say sorry, I'm going to glare at you for...
Oh,
That's you?
Would you mind if I tried some detoxifying magic on you? I'm not certain it will have any effect, but it may temporarily alleviate your symptoms at least.
Detoxifying, hmm? You know, if this works, it may help one of my lifelong dreams come true.
Huh?
It would?
Most certainly. I'd love to go on a long trail ride, or pet a room full of friendly cats all afternoon.
That's a lifelong dream of yours?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I'm just so surprised. Those are truly wonderful dreams to have.
You really are a softie, Yuri, aren't you?
And I would love to help you achieve them if I can.
I'd be glad to take you up on that offer. Do you see now why I said you aren't worthless? Now let's do this, Marianne. Hit me with the most powerful magic you've got.
Okay, not the direction I expected it to go, but you know what? I like it. Keep going in that direction. Let's see. Now, do I want to You know what? I'm gonna wait for this one until we get to the Black Eagle route. I'll just knock it down. Well, I'll just mark it off. And then worry about it later. Alright, one more conversation. So, anything I need to see to chat? Oh, I missed an earlier comment about... earlier on? Okay. Where is it? Huh. I'm not seeing anything before the speaking of God's comment one. I'm not sure. Huh. Maybe it's not just not showing up on my end? Unless, oh, it must be this comment. So there exist several quote-unquote stars who in reality are Lovecraftian gods of the Aboleth race. Those gods are summoned by Aboleths from far realms in ritual. Oh dear. And so basically, yeah, going full Lovecraft, oh boy. Fun times abound. Oh, and just as I start the support conversation, the cats demand my attention. Give me a second, boys. I need to see to them. Alright, guys, what do you want from me? Pet food, Ziggy. expected, they just won out, so there should be no more interruptions tonight. So, got the night to ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, right in time to finish one last support conversation off, and then... and then where the real fun begins tonight.
Coco, I'm not gonna make it.
Happy? What in the world do you mean? You look rather unsteady all of a sudden.
I'm so sleepy. Why not just end my suffering now?
What, are you on watch duty and don't like it? Too bad.
Can you not pull yourself together? You were the one who volunteered for guard duty in the first place.
Oh, that's a different... I don't think I've ever seen that idle animation before. Interesting.
I know. But whenever it's just the two of us like this, it reminds me of how things used to be. And then I get all nostalgic and sleepy. Usually I'd be in bed right now, you know?
Well, I cannot deny feeling a little nostalgic myself.
I can't believe we're still together after everything that's happened. We had to stick with the church for a while. And then we were lucky enough to be taken in by the Federation. Wild, right? I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like we're best friends or something.
Almost?
Have you already forgotten what you once told me? You said that you would be so utterly lonesome without me to keep you company, that it would only be a matter of time before you began to sigh.
A mystery that I will never be able to understand.
It was necessary that I stay with you in order to avert certain disaster. I had no choice in the matter, you see?
Did I really say all that?
You did indeed. It was the very day we left Abyss, if memory serves.
Alright then, fine by me. I wonder what everyone else from Abyss is up to now.
We know Balthus and Yuri are alive and well, and I believe it is likely everyone else is thriving too.
Thriving in the middle of a war? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Do you ever wish you could return to those days, back in Abyss?
Me? Nah, not really. Most of the people here don't know about my power. They actually treat me like a normal person.
Indeed.
Plus, you're here. It's like you said, I'd get lonely without my Coco. What about you? Would you be lonely without me?
Well, lonely is not necessarily the word I'd use.
Where are you going with this?
So it's just me then, huh?
Okay, fine. I would be positively despondent without you here.
There you go. That wasn't so hard, was it? I'm glad you finally admitted it.
Okay, fair cop.
You knew? Why must you always tease me so?
Because it's funny to watch you squirm.
Come on, you were pretty happy when I volunteered for guard duty, weren't you?
Yes, well, you see, that was because it had already been assigned to me. I merely thought it would be easier to have a partner with whom I was already familiar.
Same here. That's why I volunteered. I knew you'd be my partner, Coco.
I simply cannot win with you.
No, you can't. Alrighty, that should be all of them. Yep. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. Actually, real quick. Let me just go do one last... Actually, you know what? I'll do one last cursory glance elsewhere. What I'll do, just in case there's any more that I missed... Yeah, don't overwrite the Chapter 10 save. I'll need that for later. What's chat up to? Cats, the real dominant species of Earth. To be fair, the way that my roommate and I spoil them, you're not wrong. Alright, boys and girls. Unexplored surveying spots remained. What did I miss? Oh, this random thing. Not that that helps me a whole lot now. This is literally the last level. I guess they're expecting me to go into New Game Plus if they're giving me such a powerful bow literally on the last battle. Although, to be fair, the Black Eagle route is going to be a New Game Plus run, so I guess that's not untrue. But all the same, let's press on.
Your Grace, the Federation army is approaching from the south. King Claude appears to be commanding them personally.
But of course.
The rebellious blood of those wretched 10 elites has led one of their descendants to turn his blade against us. Perhaps it was a mistake not to have terminated their bloodlines long ago.
Of course, that's where you go. What, backed against the wall, you could refer to murder hobo mode.
Your Grace?
Lady Rhea, with the Kingdom army occupied on the Western Front, we will have little in the way of support from them. I believe the wisest course of action would be to retreat to Ferdiad and attempt to hold the palace there.
No. We will face them here. Long before the Kingdom even existed, Saint Seros slew the fell King Nemesis upon this very soil.
You also had the Empire's backing when you did that.
This field is a sacred place for the Church of Seros. We will have the goddess's protection here.
What, the goddess's soul you put in Byleth?
Indeed, but...
You have nothing to worry about, Seteth. If anything should happen, I want you to take Flayn and escape.
Yeah, that's gonna be my compromise then. I'll have to kill Rhea, but at least I don't have to kill Seteth and Flayn. Okay, I can live with that.
Lady Rhea, you cannot mean that.
Long have I protected Fodlan in the goddess Sothis' stead. It may be time for that duty to finally come to an end.
And would you accept that?
Not willingly, no. In our absence, future generations are likely to repeat the foolish actions of their ancestors. And when that happens, who will be left to stop them? This land has suffered enough as it is. I will fight with all my strength and spirit. For my mother, for the future, even for humanity. What shall come to pass? Only the goddess knows. Such are her teachings. The teachings of my mother.
Rhea.
Alright. The die. Alright. Alea iacta est. Wait, what's that supposed to mean? It said Claude and Lawrence loose on the enemy? How's that gonna work? Let's see. Let's make things fun. Okay, this is our last battle. And I know that I'll want Byleth and Geralt deployed just to make this interesting.
Time to move.
So I think to make that happen... Yeah, Claude definitely needs to be one of the deployed. I think what I'll do is I'll have Oh, wait a minute, I didn't do the... Hang on a sec. I forgot to give the Merc Whistle to someone. I need to go back real quick. This is probably going to take a little bit to load in, but... I can always just skip through that cutscene later. Okay, I need to give the Merc Whistle to someone. Who should I give it to? Probably one of the route exclusives? I cast a wide net, though. I'm not too worried about gameplay benefits, so... Yeah, let's just hand it to Claude.
Look who it is. One step at a time. Well, if you're sure, I promise I'll take good care of it. I want you to have this. It means a lot to me.
Notes on poisons? Of course. Of freaking course. Can I see that item in the convoy? I can. Let's see, so what's that give me? Changes the unique action ability to Dust Cloud. Okay. Now that should be a mirror of Claude's innate ability, so if I go over to... the ability section, I should be able to see. Imbue attacks with devastating wind. Okay, cool. Alrighty. I'm not too worried about that, I just wanted to see what the result would be. Alrighty, boys. Without further ado, let's get in there. I'm not going to worry about overwriting yet. Okay, I just need to find a place to deploy Byleth. Probably don't need Ignatz for this one, so I'll throw Byleth down here.
Off to work.
Alright, so we've got... Let's see... Yeah, that should be fine. Claude and Lawrence will do just fine. Who do I want to give Thyrsus? Probably you, since that I'm actually in control of you. Okay. Is there anything else I want to mess with while we're here? Alright, probably don't need the Leone in play. Alright. Who should I have then? I'm not too worried about this aspect anymore, so... Although I think I've got all my bases covered right now. Unless I want to bring Hilda along, too. Actually, I don't have an axe swinger, so we'll go with Hilda. Alright, so you've got the Aurora shield, so I'll have to keep Hilda close to someone if I want to make sure there's no problems there. Alright. Just make sure that the convoy's good for everybody in play. Yeah, take the Sword of Zoltan, since no one else will need it. You can take the Lance. You can take the Scythe of Serial. And how good's Gradivus? Not as good. Alright. You're not going to find much better than the Knight Captain's sword, especially after I put a couple upgrades into it. Alright, that'll be fine. Let's see, you've got Frykogul. Alright, that's everybody. Do I want to worry about being any more granular than that? Probably not. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, 25 minutes? Holy crap. How long do they expect this to... And 70... Oh, crap. Is Rhea gonna go full Immaculate One? I think she's gonna go full Immaculate One. Alright, hang on, boys.
Alright, I'll help you out.
Initiating the I'll help you out.
You can count on me. Allow me to aid you. Yeah, let's come with me.
Battle of Tail Team. I will strike down any fool who dares dishonor our creator.
This is it, folks. If we slay Rhea, we'll usher in a new era for Fodlan. Give it all you got. There's no need to rush. Just keep pressing forward. Our first objective is to capture the strongholds on the front line.
Oh man, quite a few that we have to claim then. Wait, is that Seth? Yeah, it's Seth.
I'm on it.
Alright, Gerald, make your move.
Everyone, stake your lives on this battle and make the goddess proud.
Not a problem.
We will annihilate.
Yeah, shut up, Rhea. I need to plant stuff.
There is nothing I cannot do.
Alright, there's Flame over there.
Try this.
Alright, make your moves.
The wicked Federation army.
We've managed to advance this far as two groups, but I didn't foresee the bridge being down.
We'll just have to hold out until we can meet up again. I might actually put in some effort.
The enemy's morale is unusually high. The Archbishop must have riled them up.
What do you expect?
Now, let us bring it down.
Good work, Gerald.
My time to shine.
Boom! Gotta love Break Shot.
I'm not there yet.
You better be, because it's the final battle we're at.
This stronghold will fall.
Oh, I'm so glad I improved your weapons. Holy crap, this makes a difference.
Let's try this. Let's take a breather.
Ah, hell, Cyril. That's gonna be bad for us. And he's an axe swinger. Great.
I'll fight until my dying breath to protect Lady Rhea.
Yeah, I don't think I can save you, Cyril. You're just gonna have to die, I think.
Cyril, I will remember your heroism always.
Not a problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to kill Cyril. Damn it.
None shall surpass me. I must not let Claude steal all the glory. I will open a path for our forces to unite.
He's certainly motivated. Can he seriously handle all that?
He may seem like all bark and no bite, but he always follows through. He can do this.
They appear to be having a difficult time.
Yeah, you're gonna have to intervene, aren't you?
No choice but to intervene.
Alright, Sedith is in play. Alright, freeze him so that you've got an opening on the stronghold.
But now it is time to display my full strength.
Ah, the same strength you'd hope to overthrow me with. No one's more eager to see it than I am.
No way I'm letting this end here. I'm gonna help Lady Rhea.
Ah, great, you're not done yet? Well.
Someone needs a blade breaker? I'll break you!
Alright, good job, you two. Quad's still hard at work, so I don't have to worry too much. Good job, Byleth. I wonder if there'll be any unique dialogue from... Oh no! Do I have to kill you? No, please no.
We've been told to return to the capital, but we're the only ones who can protect the church's people.
Is that Mercedes? Does that mean the kingdom's commanding those troops?
My time to
I
shine.
will do what I must until the very end.
Oh no. I don't think I've got the ability to walk away from that one either. Wait, the Death Knight?
Mercedes, so this is where you've been. I will save you.
Oh no. Oh, that is not good for me. That is not good for me. Oh god, this is bad. This is really bad. This is bad.
He's going for the strongholds.
Now, let us bring it down.
Not a problem.
Ah, geez, Cyril's just back in play. Ah, great. Okay, so how do we break into these? It seems like they're the only two that remain. I don't know if there's an easy way to break through, but it seems that I don't have much choice but to capture this one over here.
My turn at last.
Unless the whole point of Yuritsa is just to keep Mercedes out of harm's way. What, am I gonna bring her down only for Yuritsa to become hostile?
Fulfilling your duties to house and kingdom. That only leaves me to do what I can to help.
Wait, Yuritsa's technically allied with me? That's not what I expected. Alright, I should stop burning Agnia's arrow. I'm gonna need this. Alright, she's down.
I did all that I could. I guess I wasn't up to the challenge after all.
Mercedes, it is not worth risking your life for this fight.
It was my choice to put my life on the line. But now I must fall back.
They really don't want you killing anyone.
Fight alongside me for now. It is the best way to keep you safe.
Look, I don't know if that would be enough.
I must lend them a hand.
Should we switch? My turn.
Oh, Flames. Alright, Flames open the gates.
Now it is my turn. There is nothing I cannot.
Let's try this.
Alright, go get him. Alright, Claude, keep on the flyers. Lawrence, make a move.
Overexert yourself, Flame. Promise me you will retreat the moment it becomes too taxing.
We're moving right along.
Alrighty.
I loathe fighting, but this is my duty. Come then! Capturing the enemy's stronghold.
Now, let us bring it down.
Alright, this won't be super effective against you, but it'll still do some damage, which is all I really need at this point. How have you not lost your stun gauge yet? There we go. Alright, that should knock you down to defeat mode. And that actually killed you. Great.
Lady Rhea, I'm sorry I couldn't help.
Well.
My turn at last.
That was a main mission too, huh? Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah, that was always gonna be a main mission. Alrighty. Carry on. Alright, lay into him.
Come on, follow me.
Watch and learn, Hilda. Be gone.
That sounded definitive. Yeah, they're not gonna let Sedith and Flame die that easily. It looks like Sedith's opened up too.
Not a problem.
Alright, Gerald isn't effective against too many people, but maybe there'll be some unique dialogue if he goes after Sedith.
I should withdraw.
Their reckless violence defiles the goddess.
Shut up, Rhea. We need another introduction first.
Fodlan needs the Archbishop. Anyone who does not understand that must be eliminated.
There is no salvation for them. Guardians of the Holy Tomb, come forth.
Wait, what?
Down the hammer of judgment upon these sacrilegious rebels.
Oh, I do not like the sound of that. Band of soldiers, what?
Those soldiers were likely created with magic. The devices controlling them should be here somewhere.
And it looks like they're not easily within reach right now. Let's see, what are we up against? The Bremery? Who would be best to deal with that? Claude, do you have advantage against? No, you don't. It's the other way around. Alright, Lawrence, you start making a move there.
Injured allies on the other side.
Actually, I'm curious.
I shall use my powers to heal them.
I wonder if you'll get any interesting dialogue this way.
This should be of use.
Oh, great. Now Flame's providing ranged healing.
Let's see how. Not a problem.
That's gonna complicate things.
Should we switch? Like the second coming of Saint Sethlin. She'll heal the enemy if we don't take care of her.
Please don't make me kill her.
Looks like a device over there. We've got to capture the stronghold and stop it.
Alright! We've captured most of the strongholds on one side.
The Federation army has us on the back foot. Do we have any hope of winning this?
Nothing can stop our forces!
Alright, that should knock Sedith most of the way down.
I'll follow your lead! I got you down!
None shall the church forces seem ever lost without their frontline commanders.
Nice, Hilda. Maybe I should have had you be the one. Maybe I should have had you up front.
You are formidable indeed.
Once you take the stronghold, you need to disable that device. I don't know how, but I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Oh hey, of course, a convenient switch. Alright, now that that's opened up, we still can't get in there yet. Alright, Sedith has to go down then.
There are fewer of those soldiers now, but they're not completely gone. Ugh, they give me the creeps.
I see they found the devices. But it matters not, for they still have no hope of victory.
Alright, that cracks that open. Nice. Alright, Violet, sync back up.
Yeah! We've taken all the strongholds on the front line.
Actually, wait a minute. Shez will have better luck dealing with these guys. Send Geralt up to deal with this creep.
Someone needs my time to shine.
Continuing in this state would be a challenge. I must retreat for now.
There we go. How are we doing anyway? Oh yeah, we don't have to worry about KOs, not given the current circumstances. Fortunately, there's not a whole lot of enemies on your side that you can safely deal with. We'll have to let Lawrence rip into him a little. Let's see, those two look like they're doing fine, so I don't have to worry about that.
Move at my own pace. Your enemies on the front lines were strong, but we were stronger. We took them all out. Even with the goddess's protection, the remaining forces are hardly enough to hold them all. Still in the fight. Bring it down!
Yeah, she's gonna be forced to go full Immaculate One. That's probably gonna be the final boss. There we go. Nice. It's probably a Byleth. Yep.
There's still room for improvement.
Good. I wonder what language that woman's singing. Well, the vocalist is singing.
Expect greatness from me.
All the strange soldiers are gone.
If they defeat us and the Central Church collapses, many people will lose their spiritual foundation.
That would be terrible. I will fight alongside you, my brother.
Now I have to fight them both, eh? Oh no, why do I get the feeling I'm gonna have to kill them? I don't want to kill them! Don't make me kill them! Please don't make me kill them.
Goddess, infuse me with your divine strength!
Oh, she's taking the field as Saros, huh? Oh, great!
Where could magic of this magnitude be coming from? Are you witnessing the Archbishop's power?
She's not fooling around. Here we go, everyone. Don't let the enemy push us back.
The battle's only going to get tougher from here on out. The Immortal Core is ready to go.
That must be the judgment of the gods! We have her divine protection, so charge forth without fear!
Well.
See that magic as the goddess's protection? Their faith has blinded them. People do horrible things when their faith becomes tainted with fear. We must stop them at once.
No mercy.
Then let loose. Blot out the sky with your arrows.
I'm on it.
Looks like if I want any passage, I need to take you out.
We are in serious peril! Everyone, fall back!
Alrighty. Wonder if you'll give anything interesting to Byleth now.
Initiate. Providing some. Initiating. Let.
Meet you here and now.
Our forces have reunited thanks to the strength of my efforts. Truly, I am more fit to lead than our actual king.
You do realize the actual king is standing right here. But if you want the job so badly, I'll happily let you take over later.
Wait, what?
You will find I am not so easy to defeat at my full strength.
Get up!
Nothing can stop our
Probably not giving as much commentary as I should, but I'm... Well, if I'm engrossed in the moment, I guess it's doing something right. Good work.
Not a problem.
Okay, so we've got that wyvern over there. We've got soldiers over there that need to be given a good walloping too. Lawrence is in trouble? Oh yeah, looking at that.
My turn at last.
Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage looking at that. What is going to happen in this battle that would cause it to cause S rank to be... Oh yeah, I forgot, you can dismount, can't you? Not that I've ever needed to rely on that, but still.
Someone need the blade.
My time to shout.
Alright, looks like we're not getting any special dialogue for that. Sorry, Sedith, you got it. You really need to learn when to stop, but I don't think I can stop you without killing you.
But you shall not overpower me.
Actually, now that I think of it. Alright, knockout set it first. Retreat, please, set it. I don't want to kill you. Okay, yeah, you've retreated. Good.
I had not the strength to stop them. Forgive me, Rhea.
Alright, I need to send someone to help deal with Flame. Let's see.
I'm on it.
Gerald, go help him out.
Let's see how it goes.
And then in the meantime, we can send Klon to deal with this. Actually, Shez might have better luck.
I feel so weary.
Oh, jeez! I'm glad you had your special. Well, you're unique. Alright, here goes nothing. This will probably be enough to knock Flame down to 0. It looks like she's taking the retreat pose. Good.
Lady Rhea, I am sorry. I can no longer.
We must retreat. I cannot allow Flame to perish.
May fortune smile upon you, Lady Rhea.
So they'll live on then, huh?
You must. I will settle this on my own.
Are you sure that's wise? And it looks like Saros is taking to the field now, huh?
This is our final opportunity to pass judgment on the enemy. If you can yet move, follow me!
Let's see how...
Here we go. Wait, what was the exact text on that? Okay.
My turn.
Almost there. Almost there. Actually, send Geralt up ahead.
I'm on it.
Curious to see if there'll be any interesting dialogue. Down you go. Or maybe I'll just miss entirely. Excellent.
They were fearsome foes, but we should have an easier time.
Bring it down. It was on a battlefield, just like this. It really takes you back 300 years, doesn't it, Lady Rhea?
You're...
Do not make me regret my decision from that day, Gerald.
300 years? I mean, I would have expected 100 or 2, but...
By a federation that was built without the goddess's blessing.
300? I was not expecting that old. What? How are you still... You know what?
Knew it. You are Citra's child. Has fate been leading us to this moment?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm only here to fight.
I think you know exactly what she's talking about.
To lay siege. Let's go, kid. Now, Gerald.
Alright, this won't take her out. But it should hurt.
Right behind you, kid.
Then we can throw the rest at him and see what other dialogue she has, if any. Alright, all-out offensive.
My turn. On the goddess's name, you will all face judgment.
Ah, great, and now she's even more dangerous.
Finally getting to the good part. You okay to keep going? Of course. And after we win this battle, you're gonna show me the new world you're creating.
Salvation is far beyond you all. I care not who faces me. They shall receive no mercy for the rest of eternity. The struggle is nothing compared to what we faced in the Red Canyon. Such an abominable presence. Yes, I knew that one day you would turn your blade on me.
Don't get the wrong idea. My power's got nothing to do with this. I'm standing here of my own free will.
This is not over. I must carry on for the sake of my mother's fallen comrades.
Oh yeah, we'll show 'em.
This will probably be a finishing blow unless you go Immaculate One.
Gotta stay on guard.
Oh no. She's about to go full Immaculate One. Oh no. Oh no.
It's time to finish this, Rhea. Are you sure you don't want to just walk away? It's not too late.
I did not go looking for this fight, but you will not see me run from it. You have spilled much blood during this war the Empire started.
I'm not here to talk about who started this war. I'm gonna end this. That's what's important now. This world cries out for change, while you keep it shackled to the past.
And it's up to us to help set it free.
I'm ready if you are. For all of Fodlan!
So be it. I will crush you where you stand!
Yep.
Well, color me surprised. Rhea's really the Immaculate One?
Whatever she is, we have to end her. Now quit staring before she crushes you.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, we'll show 'em.
Alrighty.
Blame me all you want.
Let's see how dangerous this part is. Alright, all out offensive. Let's get him. We're gonna be here a while. That's where the hero's relic too. Man, we're in trouble. Worse yet, I don't have someone with an axe in play, so we're just gonna have to whittle it down after a bit. Actually, let's go ahead and whittle it down once, since I know that that's gonna be a problem. Oh, hey, cool Mega Man. Welcome to the show. This probably makes no sense if you're not familiar with Fire Emblem, but here you are anyway. Glad to have you. Alright, that's one bar down. No, she's not down. That's the problem.
Your all motivates me too. We need to make one final push. We're almost there.
I'm getting pretty hungry, but I can hold out. We've got a feast waiting for us after we win this.
We've been through a lot, but all our efforts will be rewarded if we win, right?
Almost down.
I'll protect you.
How are we looking? Oh yeah, we have no need to concern ourselves with damage taken. Alright, kabam! Alright, lay into her with dark spikes.
We dealt with our fair share of surprises, but we're finally here. Our king is really something else.
This is far from the end, but it will be a significant step forward if we win.
Is everybody gonna have running commentary now? Almost there. Bam! Alright, it looks like...
Time to finish this. Everyone, lend me your strength.
If there is any way I can help change Lester and Fodlan for the better, I will.
Right behind you. Your guard's down.
Okay, get away, get away, get away.
I'm still not sure if this is really the right thing. But I have to trust Claude and push forward.
That seems like a fitting way to end it.
You were no match for me.
That was incredible.
Oh, that does actually do count as dark magic. It seems like I'm just doing damage anyway because of the awakening meter. Yeah, you're not hurting me. Actually, yeah. Actually, it might just be affecting dark magic specifically because of the power I've got right now. That's probably it. Oh, now you give me a level up? Really? Dude. It's over.
Gotta move.
Jeez.
Your reign comes to an end here and now.
Did you just hit her creststone?
Our work here isn't over. Not by a long shot. Got plenty of road ahead. But we've taken the first step. Together.
So it ends.
It is now 1183, Blue Sea Moon. The Federation has joined with the Empire to invade the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Claude sought not to conquer the kingdom, but to destroy the Central Church. After Archbishop Rhea's defeat, the Church has lost much of its martial prowess.
And there's probably all sorts of questions given Rhea's nature.
Tensions continue between the Empire and Kingdom. Having now reached his goal, Claude proposes an end to the war, yet it remains uncertain if either side will accept.
I guess I'll have to see the other side of that to get a full answer, huh? You've got a ways to go then still. Should be a fun time though. If this was any indication. No dialogue? Guess not. There we are. I don't know if any of those resources will do me any good. But either way, there we frickin' are. It is done. At last it is done. So let's catch up on chat while this scrolls. Alright. Let's see, speaking of religion, temples, and all that jazz, I like it when in fantasy there are aesthetics, atheistic, anti-theistic, or agnostic characters, especially when existing deities are actually a thing in the setting. For example, in D&D, there exists faction of Athar who don't think the gods are, well, the gods. They see them as just powerful beings and believe in the great unknown, this vague divine force that according to them is the real deal. The Athar people also get divine spells like normal priests, and on top of that, abilities that are able to negate other divine magics, so they have physical proof of their beliefs like other religions. Well, by the sounds of it, that's not necessarily a... That sounds like it's more of a different kind of religion instead of, well, instead of just straight up not, well, atheistic. Although, I guess it depends on the nature of their quote-unquote god. Let's see. Let's see, in the Anglorian, the setting for Pathfinder's D20 rule set game, there exist agnostic people who don't deny the existence of gods, but simply they are, well, agnostic and don't see divine magic and generally don't divine intervention as real divinity. Because like real-life agnostic, they don't think humans/mortals have the ability to truly define and comprehend what divinity actually is. Well, I'll have to check out the Pathfinder setting at one point. I do know that there are some interesting games in play. related to the Pathfinder setting, so I suspect that I'll get to see some of that before too long, but all the same, it should be interesting to see how it all plays out. Either way, here we are at the end. That was... well, that was Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, Golden Wildfire. Very curious to see how things play out. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit, because it looks like they're throwing in a lot as far as... yeah, it looks like they're throwing in literally every single mission. At least the first attempt that I make at every single mission, so if I didn't hold down the button, we'd be here for a while. Although you can definitely tell that I use Shez in most of these missions. You can definitely tell that I used him in most of these missions. But it is nice to look back, though, if only just out of morbid curiosity. Oh man, that was a lot. What time is it? Oh wow, actually earlier than I expected to be done with it. Then again, it was only one battle, and I've typically been starting these out by doing support conversations and then overloading with, well, and then doing the battle and then throwing a bunch of stuff in behind it. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that it did wrap up so quickly. Still. Here we are. Lawrence did end up the MVP. Funny how that works.
Our task may be unfinished, but we've made quite the dent, and that's something to celebrate. I can't count the number of times you pulled me out of the fire, or just listened patiently as I complained about one annoying thing or the other. So if I haven't properly said it before, I want to say it now. Thank you. Thank you for everything. The future is always a blank page, but I hope you'll stick around to help me write it. What do you say?
I guess in that case, the Merc Whistle is the one who... I guess the Merc Whistle then determines who gets the... well, what letter you get then, huh? Okay. Fair enough. Huh. Be very... so, are there any paired endings or anything like that? I guess not. Alrighty then. I suppose it is technically over. Oh man. At least for this route. Although interesting that they don't really give much of a look at what the game, what ends up... Although I'm very curious though as to how things are going to play out though, because there's a lot that isn't necessarily discussed in the different routes that... I don't know. How are things going to play out? Because the problem is that the route only really gives us insight into what's going on with a particular faction usually, and we only get little brief glimpses into the others, so I'm just trying to think of, at this point, what all more... I'm trying to think of how the story is going to play out in the other two routes, because there's got to be some difference in how things play out as a result of Shez being a part of the Kingdom or Imperial armies, but at the same time, what kind of influence will that have? And will it lead to significant deviations from what's already here? Because based on what I see in the support log, based on everything that can be found there, my suspicion is that a lot of what is going to be shown is just going to be a different perspective on the same events. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'll be curious to see what is different, because I do know that there are... well, I do know that you have to deal, well, fight / recruit or kill Geralt and Byleth at all three of the routes, and I know that it happens in a different chapter there, but I'm curious to see what kind of events play out. I mean, with Golden Wildfire, you get pulled in pretty much every direction, it feels like. You've got an attempt to go into... you have to defend against the Empire initially, then you get pulled into all sorts of nonsense with respect to... well, you get pulled into... oh, it's not Treehouse doing the localization this time. Interesting. So, anyway. Getting back on topic. Well, it's the same... yeah, it's the same vocal direction, though, so that makes sense. Either way, getting back on topic. So, what was I talking about? So, you've got Golden Wildfire being... well, the Alliance being pulled in literally every direction imaginable. Because first you have attempts at causing all kinds of havoc, well, just defending your home. Then you've got attempting to make havoc in the Empire before Elmyra pulls you away. Then you have attempts to cause havoc in the Kingdom before those who slither in the dark pull you off the trail. And yet, there's still a lot, even after seeing to all this, that remains unresolved. Because how things turn out with the Empire and the Kingdom could have a significant sway over what ends up happening to the Alliance. So, it's really weird to me that they stopped at this point, instead of going into more detail as to how all three factions end up. Just, if only to say, okay, here is what happened with the Alliance specifically. The fact that there isn't a whole lot of detail spent on that is strange to me. So, because I had seen, I think, a thumbnail claiming that the game seemed pretty good by the standards of YouTube video. I only saw the thumbnail, so I don't know too much about what was said or who was saying it, but I think the thumbnail said that it's a game that felt incomplete. And since that it's someone who wouldn't be as slowed down, for lack of a better word, for lack of a better phrase, by the fact that you're streaming it, because I suspect that by now there are people who will have gone through this game in all three of the routes. So there's undoubtedly plenty of information out there as to how things play out and how everything is supposed to fit together. But I am still very surprised at the fact that there's very little talk about how Fodlan turns out as a result of the exact choices that are made here. Because does Claude stay on as the Kingdom of the Federation? Do the Kingdom and Empire still exist in some form? What's Elmyra's status in all this? And yet now you're just going to put a finito on it and call it a day. So, I don't know how to make of this. It seems like there should be more going on with this. Renown exchange. Instantly capture a region. Huh. Unlocked maddening. Oh? There's a maddening mode? Okay. If you select the finish playthrough using the continue option, you'll start just before the final battle. Okay. In that case, I'll go ahead and... I guess I'll let this be the New Game Plus data. Okay. Huh. They added Fail Not to the screen. Because I know people were making a big deal about the fact that the two swords were crossed before you recruit Byleth, so... They added Fail Not to the screen now. So... mulling over all of that, I'm very curious to see how things will play out. So we've got clear data there that I can presumably use. I guess let's check real quick. Yeah, I think I will do a New Game Plus for the next round. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's see. Perhaps that was exactly the point. You have to play through the rest of the paths, and from those game partial information, you get the full picture of what happened. Well, that's what's interesting, though, is that Three Houses did a similar thing, where there was a lot that wasn't told in the moment, where, because I had started with the Blue Lions route within Three Houses, and as a result, I got a very focused story on the problems that Dimitri specifically was facing, where you spent a lot of time over the course of literal years just understanding this character, understanding Vargas as a nation, and then over the course of that going on a really compelling character arc. Unfortunately, the linchpin's supporting structure isn't great, and that's something that I'll be using as an example in my review of this game, just to explain how I'm going to be critiquing it, but as a result of that, well, there was a lot that wasn't told. During that route, you learn nothing about the shadowy figures, those who slither in the dark. And during that route, you get very little insight into Claude or Edelgard's perspective. You're just, suddenly Edelgard is on the attack, and you just gotta deal with it. And there's also all of this other stuff that they very slowly drip feed about how Dimitri and Edelgard know each other, and what they think of each other. And because of that, it's definitely a matter of different routes, and that's partially why they feel like more complete stories in Three Houses. But the thing is that the Three Houses narrative is a complete narrative. And especially with some of the conversations that they added in the DLC, where they actually account for those who slither in the dark. With the introduction of the Ashen Wolves as DLC, they were able to say, hang on, Happy has this backstory, and as a result of knowing Dimitri's mother-in-law, which they can then introduce this aspect to ensure that, yes, those who slither in the dark are accounted for in the Blue Lines route as well, even if it's not the primary or main focus. So, the thing is, this time though, it's not a complete tale. We don't know what the resolution, for the simple fact that we just don't know what the resolution is. And I think that's what's annoying about it, because on one hand, technically, I have seen to a resolution of sorts by felling Rhea. But at the same time, there is still a lot of unknowns that did not exist at the end of Three Houses, which is frustrating. So, I don't know about this. It's gonna take me a long time to process this, and I'm hoping that I'll get some solid resolutions as we go forward with New Game Plus, as we learn more about the circumstances, and as we press on ahead. That is my hope. Whether that'll end up happening or not, that remains to be seen, because what I would hope for is once that I've finished all three routes, that we do actually get to see in some form how everything plays out. Whether that ends up happening or not, I guess time will tell. Unfortunately, it's going to be literal months for me because I'll be avoiding spoilers, and at the rate that it took me to finish this one, I mean, the game came out, what? End of June, and it's already the end of July. And this was despite doing, and if I'm doing a chapter a week, and to be fair, I wasn't just doing a chapter a week last time, but even with a chapter a week, and if you don't treat the 2 extra chapters that you get when you recruit Byleth, so you get 11 chapters, it's going to be tough to fit that all in unless I straight up drop Xenoblade, which I'm not willing to do right now. Although maybe once I'm finished with Metroid Dread, maybe I can reclaim multiple spots or find spare time here and there. It's not as if I'm in a mad rush to finish my Torchlight 2 retrospective, since that I've finished most of the audio editing for that and can chip away at the video portion over the course of the next few weeks leading up to that game's 10-year anniversary, but I don't know. It's the same bittersweet feeling that I had at the end of the Blue Lines route, where there was a lot that, well, there was a lot of questions, especially given that after the time skip in the Blue Lines route, Rhea literally does not show up on screen again. So there was a lot of unanswered questions about Byleth's nature, a lot of unanswered questions about those who slither in the dark, all of that dynamic, but it was a complete narrative. There was an endpoint, there was a future that we could see. But that doesn't exist here. Why doesn't it exist here? I mean, theoretically, we don't necessarily need it, but at the same time, well, I guess what was the expectation for... I'm gonna kill the music real quick, just so I can keep focusing. So, I'm trying to think of what exactly the developers were aiming for, because the path that they have set up is not going to be the same path that led to the end of Three Houses. The way that Three Houses always ends up is that you are always consistently at a point where one of the 3 leaders is, well, in most of them, there is a major leader at the end of Fodlan who is effectively uniting Fodlan. That all of these disparate elements come together around something. Whether it be Edelgard's vision of the future, whether it be Dimitri regaining his footing, whether it be Claude's ideal, whether it be none of them. And yet, this time, I don't see that future happening in this iteration. Not without another game's worth of content. You would have to make a follow-up to this game to properly explain and to really flesh out all of this. Unless there is something tucked away within upcoming DLC, which, screw you if that's the case. Come on, make a complete game, then sell me DLC, you morons. Or, I don't know, this leaves a very bittersweet taste in my mouth. Because on one hand, from a gameplay standpoint, it's actually pretty decent. I did enjoy the gameplay aspect, and that might just be from finally getting a feel for how Warriors games work, after trying Fire Emblem Warriors while waiting for Three Houses, after spending a little bit of time with Hyrule Warriors just on a whim, after really enjoying Age of Calamity, to be fair. I ended up liking the gameplay of that more than the story aspect with how it ended up playing out, but this time, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. I'm hopeful that we will get further answers as we go further along. I'm hopeful that we'll actually get to explore this. But as it exists right now, it feels incomplete. And it incomplete in a way that Three Houses didn't. Because with Three Houses, since that it was just its game, I could play it with confidence that it's self-contained. That I pick a route, there will be a complete story. That does not seem to be the case here, and that worries me that, did you actually complete the story? Did you think about where everybody is going to be after this? Is it going to... There's a lot of unknowns. There are a lot of unknowns, and I'm really worried about how that's going to work out. All the same, I suppose time will tell. I suppose time will tell. So, with that in mind, I suppose that's where we will end the stream. Because I'm probably going to I'll be going through New Game Plus on my own up to the point where we ended the Black Eagle run last time when we were playing the demo, which was right as we were starting Chapter 4. So I'll be playing up to that point. I'll be switching up. I think I chose female chefs for that playthrough, so that'll be a small change there. So I don't expect that to have any substantial story differences, but we'll see how it turns out. So that's how we'll play that. So I don't know when I'll be able to jump into this next. But, well, I know it'll at least be Thursday, because I don't anticipate there being any craziness going into August. But I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. So, either way, that was Golden Wildfire. Bittersweet ending. I'm very curious to see what the other routes will do. So, in that case, if I have time to play it on Sunday, I probably will. If not, we will jump in on Thursday. So let's chat up to anything silly. Elbow Cough? Wait, is that your name for Failnaught? What? Who are you referring to there? Unless you mean just the symbols here, but... Although, there's bound to be plenty of stuff that we haven't fully seen yet, but... I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out, I guess. So, either way, I've been rambling enough. I don't know, maybe I'll clip this part out. Yeah, maybe I will, actually. Because this is the same thing that happened with Three Houses, where I ended up just rambling for a long time about the game. And to be fair, I had reason to ramble. There was a lot of interesting stuff to discuss. And that Three Houses was a 2-month-long obsession where I just played nothing but the world could have ended and I wouldn't have even noticed. And then I spent another 6 months making the long-winded review of it, so maybe I was just hoping for something similar here, but then again, since I already know the characters, since I already know the setting, I suppose that I should have expected it to not be quite the same. Still, I suppose time will tell as to how it all plays out. So for now, that's where we'll call it. So, if I'm able to jump in Sunday, we'll jump in then. Otherwise, I'll see you Thursday. And as for the usual stream schedule, Xenoblade on Wednesday, Metroid Dread on Sunday as per usual. So, hopefully it'll be more interesting with the Black Eagle route. We'll be ending with my boys in blue, so at the very least I'll have a fun time with the characters. So, all the same, it is at least nice to see the characters being themselves. Even if the plotline itself feels unfinished, at least the characters are still being themselves. That at least seems intact. Even with some of the more questionable aspects with Claude's characterization in this route. But I guess we'll see. Either way, that'll be it. Thank you all for sticking around. I appreciate you being here. And I will see you next time for when we jump into the Black Eagle route.